Hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Please subscribe if you don't mind. I really do appreciate it. So this video is about Porsche beating Corvette. And so Porsche beat Corvette at the IMSA Road America race this last weekend. And I was just kind of buzzing through it, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I should just take the excerpts that focused on the GTLMs and just give y'all an update on what happened and what the standings are, that kind of jazz. But, you know, last time I did the video on Corvette beating Porsche, and I thought, hey, that was rather interesting. But the whole back end of the race was canceled. This race had no problems like that. And in this situation, towards the last half, or actually less than the last half of the race, Porsche ended up outperforming the Corvette team in terms of pit stops and things like that. So Corvette made a few mistakes, lost the race. So anyway, let's get on with the race and some of the stats and things that occurred as of last weekend. Here we go. I went out to the Road America webpage, looked at the IMSA Supercar weekend information. Now again, this was last weekend, August 5 through 8 of 2021. Like I said, Porsche won. They did a fantastic job. Porsche won by doing very smart pits, fuel economy, and just sheer consistency. I tend to go out to motorsport.com to look at the standings. You can also see how this has been race number 9. They have on the list here Laguna Seca coming up next. Here's the current unofficial point standings per driver from IMSA. And you can see you have the number 3 car up top with Garcia and Taylor. And then next comes Tandy and Milner in the number 4 car. And then McNeil and Campbell in the 79 Porsche. I copied all these video clips from YouTube off the IMSA official YouTube channel. Here I'm just giving you a little bit of an overview of what the track looks like. Just this is not in sequence, so disregard the standings for the moment. This was the first yellow flag, and it was at this yellow flag that the Porsche was able to begin manipulating its strategy. You can see the Corvette and the Porsche going into the pits during this yellow flag. And already the Porsche had, worked its strategy to be in second place. I just thought it was a cool shot to see them pulling into the pit stops. At this point, the two Corvettes have regained the lead, and nothing special really going on. Again, here you can see the two Corvettes straight out in front of the Porsche. And you can see how the Porsche is really staying on the Corvette's tails all through this.
This was a pretty good spin out that could have really put a damper on the whole race. They're still in the first half of this race, and all three of them are still pretty tight together. Their camera crew got some really cool shots of the Corvettes, and just wondering why they weren't really focusing on the Porsche that much. And by this time, you can certainly see that the Porsche was in second place. Some more really great shots of the number 4 car. I believe he had done a pit stop and just kind of got into this open space. So the camera crew woke up and got some good shots of the Porsche. Here you can see it's not that far behind the number 4 Corvette. The first hour of the race is just about over, and the number 3 Corvette, the yellow one, ends up tapping the back end of the Lamborghini that had some problems. They thought it was a flat tire at first, but they had a piece of the body panel trapped up between the wheel and the diff and engine. With about 47 minutes left in the race, the competition between the Corvettes and the Porsche is becoming a vital situation for the Corvettes. The number 3 Corvette is in the lead, but not by very far. Maybe about a 12-13 second lead at best. By the time the number 3 Corvette came in for like this pit stop, we're at 37 minutes or so left in the race, and the Corvettes were just cooked after this. Porsche had them, and had them good. Here's a number 4 car coming in for a pit, and that just killed its time as well. From this point on, this is now about 25 minutes, and the Porsche had really begun using its fuel very economically in driving with pure consistency and precision. And everybody thought that certainly the Porsche was going to go in for a pit stop. Nope, never did. Kept running and won the race. Here at about 18 minutes left, and the number 3 car was already a little over 42 seconds behind the Porsche, and the number 4 car was just way behind. I think about 70, 71 seconds behind the Porsche. Here, getting close to about 10, 12 minutes away from the end, this car lost a wheel. Luckily, it was in the motorcycle lane and did not have any effect on the race. Here at the very end, you can see that the Porsche had won and the Corvettes were significantly far behind.
Well, nothing much else to say than good job, Porsche. They did a fantastic job, especially at the end of the race. Very impressive. So I guess with that, relax, take it easy, Corvettes. We may win again someday soon. I'll see you later. Bye.